Lick number 38 is called solo comping. As a guitar player, we play in a lot of variety of different types of performance styles, and we need to be able to comp and be able to play melodies and do different things all at the same time. This lick will introduce you on how to be able to play a melody and comp for yourself at the very same time. Let's go ahead and take a look. This lick I call blues comping or solo comping. And again, it's a lick we learned earlier. I think it might have been our second or third lick of the series, right? With that little hammer to ornament the root and then the triplet blues ornamentation. But what you're doing, and the thing to remember as a guitar player, we actually can serve in so many different functions in groups. We can be the chordal player, we can be the rhythm section, we can be the soloist, or we can be the rhythm, we can be the actual rhythm section without drums, or we can be everything, depending on the configuration you're in. And so this particular lick and the next few licks I've designed, written, are basically for the guitar player as you're beginning to explore playing in trios, especially where you don't have an instrument comping for you. You can learn to comp for yourself in the holes while keeping your time where you are. So what I'm doing is, this is the first 4 bars of the blues. We're going to play the lick, and in the middle we're going to play the 1 chord going to the 4 chord, the E flat 7, and then the lick back to the sus or the 2 chord going back to 5. Back to the 4 chord. Actually, we're treating the 1 as a 5, leading us to 4. So again, like I said, if I'm throwing you off a little bit with my nomenclature here of the 1, the 4, the 5 chord, and so forth like that, get yourself a jazz theory book. There's a lot of them out there, and it will explain it, and it's very easy to understand. So watch as I play and I comp for myself. I'm going to slow it down a little bit so you can see it. 1, 2, 3. B flat, E flat 7. F minor, back to B flat. So I'm prepping the B flat with its 2, so to speak, in a 2-5 context. Again, a little quicker. 1, 2, 3. Gives it that poppy, snappy kind of feel. And again, I'm hitting the strings and muffling them too to create that rhythm feel. And this really works nicely. I mean, you can just make a whole melody out of just very simple statements with chords comping in between. So a little bit quick. It works great at faster speeds too. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. And so those licks are very simple. The chord voicings that I'm using are what we call 13 chord grips, or the drop 2 that Berkeley has popularized. Is basically the root on top, the 13th, the 3rd, and the flatted 7, to the 5th on top, to the 9th, the flatted 7th, and the 3rd of E flat. And then an F minor 7 is the 2, and a B flat is back to a 5. So you create a 2-5. So the E flat resolves to the D natural. Again, it's complex. If you're not really sure what I'm talking about in jazz theory, get yourself a book and you'll be able to understand it. But these chord grips are very common and you can find them anywhere. One more time, a little slower, and then you practice. 2, 3, 4. Very simple, very hip. And again, you don't have to use a lot of notes, and you don't even have to use a lot of notes in the voicings either to create this big sound. You don't have to use bar chords. Just use the 2 or 3 notes, 4-note chord voicings, and it sounds so hip. So good luck with that. Take your time, practice it, and I think you'll find yourself to really enjoy doing licks like this.